Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan, and welcome to Dylan the Truth podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to it and also hit that like button. Deeply appreciate it. Now, this segment is about a blockbuster trade that happened actually yesterday. Um, Bradley Beal got traded to the Phoenix Suns for Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and several second round picks. Um, Basically, Phoenix finessed Washington. I mean, I don't know how you just accept like basically just all second rounds and just basically Chris Paul, which is a shell of who he was. I mean, talk about like as a player, like he's gonna be one of the all-time great point guards for sure, but he's not the same player he once was. And then Shannon is basically like a spot-up shooter. He can play a little bit of defense. For Bradley Beal, I'm kind of shocked that Washington pull off, or not Washington, but Phoenix pull off this trade. I don't know how that happened. To me, it's just baffling to me. Um, the only way this trade could have happened is for Bradley Beal to waive his no trade clause. That's the only way this trade could have happened. Um, we all knew that Bradley Beal had a no trade clause, which means no team could actually trade for him. They would have to wait until he's a free agent, until his contract is up. So he waived it obviously because I feel like he's been frustrated in Washington. He's spent like 11 seasons in Washington. They had some good years. I mean, him and John Wall used to be like the dynamic duo on the team. He wasn't the first option in the beginning. It was more John Wall. John Wall was a guy until he got hurt. I believe he had to do a surgery on his Achilles. So obviously, as the years progressed, Bradley Beal became that guy. Um, I mean, he's put up numbers, but as far as like the team success, it wasn't that much. I mean, they've been getting bounced in the first round. Some years they don't even make it to the playoffs. So I felt like Bradley Beal was just frustrated. He wanted to be on a championship contending team, and he's on one now. My only question is with the Phoenix Suns, they ran into this problem last season where they were top heavy. I mean, they got like Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. These guys are lead scorers. Now you add Bradley Beal to the mix, but they still lack in depth. As you can see, you need depth to win championships. Denver Nuggets just proved it. I mean, they had their 1-2 punch with Jokic and Jamal Murray, but then you have the complementary players that does their part with KCP, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. I mean, these guys contribute to that championship. It takes a team to win it. Yes, you're gonna have your two best players on the team carrying a bulk load of the offense, but you do need help. You need help on other areas, whether it could be on the defensive end, it could be on rebounds, maybe even facilitating the offense. You do need help. Now, with Bradley Beal being on his team, now they're committed. This is the salary committed to basically the four players: Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Aiton. So basically, it's 163 million that salary committed to those four players. They don't have much to spend on other players. Like everyone would probably have to sign a veteran minimum. So basically, you could sign 1 year deal for like a million or maybe 2 million. They're gonna have to fill up the roster. This is the problem that they faced last season. I feel this is gonna happen again because you have three ball dominant players. I mean, out of the three players that could play off the ball, I would say it would be more Kevin Durant. He can more play off the ball, whereas Bradley Beal needs a ball in his hands, and Devin Booker definitely needs a ball in his hands. for them to be effective in the game. So we'll see how this turns out. Bradley Beal had a solid season. He averaged 24 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds with the Wizards last season. But like what I said, to no success. I mean, they didn't make the playoffs. So, this move was coming. I didn't expect him to go to Phoenix, but here we are. He's with Phoenix now. Chris Paul, I believe, is going to agree to a buyout. He doesn't want to be on a team that's rebuilding. He's 38 right now. Obviously, he wants to compete for a championship, rightfully so. Now, there's, rumors saying that he might go back to the LA Clippers. I highly doubt that. The Lakers are in the mix. I could see him going to the Lakers. He might not start, but he might come off the bench just to bring that leadership role to that team. He could still, facilitate the offense, get guys in right spots, or hit them in right spots. Obviously, he's not going to give it to you every night. The only question with Chris Paul is that he's injury prone. That's the problem with him, right? And that's why a lot of teams are kind of hesitant to sign him because of his injury history. So outside of that, we'll see how this plays out. I still don't believe this is enough for Phoenix Suns to win the championship this coming season. I don't see it. They need to develop the rest of the roster. If they could somehow do that and fill out the needs, like as far as like a center or a backup center or another wing that they need, a point guard they desperately need. We'll see. But I'm not sold on this. And I believe now the odds are, Phoenix Suns winning it all for next season, which is ridiculous. It still should be Denver Nuggets. They are the champions. You should give them respect. Until somebody takes them down, we can't say that another team is a favorite to win it over the Denver Nuggets. It just doesn't make sense. But that is my take on this blockbuster trade. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, peace.